Welcome back to Africa Professor on Filter Platform. One most person. My chief linguist Africa Professor and Kasamba Modern subscribe share. Na hit notification bell to be a new video be able to so na wasaka binti. Again, once again, Africa Professor on Filter Platform. One most person, my chief linguist. Now, and the main for mon coach be I come on in efa NDC, especially Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee. On any cheerleaders in the term no more opposition. So abrakwa ne some George ne some Jemfino ne and someone no more broso more opposition against Nana Addo say about galamsey. And in the be brave by the economy 24-hour economy near a whole bunch of stuff senior free senior high school system near there then person come was in video matudi me say in opposition the Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee President Mahama Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee and the cheerleaders say Nana Addo could end galamsey within a week or can just declare state of emergency and all galamsey across the country Ghana will stop. Until no munya power and say this in power. Why is the galamsey not stop? Come on, person Matthew. Tell me Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee and I said Chensen, Bole Bamboi Chensen and I Bruce Lee. I will position on any coffin. Some George ne okuje to black one no ne some Jemfi and Joby Brano Muja say the galamsey Asia security and I said Ghana fudges say at this point no just say Bibia and Koyi about galamsey. And say Nana Addo and the commander-in-chief of the US Ghana military and the police service all the security apparatus and it is at Nana Addo's back and call until Nana Addo cast a year or end at that time or end it if I say galamsey and once we declare state of emergency within 1 week everything will stop. See Mahama or Nyapawa well yeah sworn in since January up to this point by 9 months, 8 months and 9 months Nti ade nti na honso nya pa na na do ntimi stop okay meti ase nti no na Ghana fo atwa ma wo Mahama Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee ya to aba na ma se brabe stop galamsey na ade nti na say 8 to 9 months no ade nti na within 1 week ade ma na akofo no ade nti na ade ntimi enye the same ade nti na ntimi stop galamsey say kura de aye worse ama okura wasan introduce gold border just a motor to gold free illegal miners indirect way backdoor way of buying say illegal mining gold to sell them cheap or you bought them cheap and sell them at a higher price at the world market until person bisa say Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee president Mahama ono cheerleaders especially abrakwa say abrakwa someone who dwana num and I no atwe krata ono kwa no starts ni document ni information ni evidence say when your power identity galamsey no say kura de afi na aye worse why nature say Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee and you cheerleaders nature say more power no you can say anything you just say anything to just deceive Ghanaians. That's what I call great deception of the century in Ghana politics the great deception the greatest deception that has ever occurred in Ghana socio-political culture Mahama Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee and some of the kind of opposition I just obey power 8 to 9 months he's just doing opposite of exactly what he said when they were in opposition. And to me the question person busa titi and say more power more opposition NDC more opposition led by Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee and someone who can when you are black one who share black one some Jemfinum ne some George no kutupa could you know can some can say to say somehow no Ghana Muba within seconds Ghana will be transformed into the level of say Switzerland and I say Singapore say China or say near and Muba 8 months and 9 months Argentina me person busa Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee President Mahama Argentina 8 months won't me declare state of emergency we see Nana Addo no president then president Nana Addo obetima stop galamsey within 1 week by imposing state of emergency across Ghana. I didn't know to me yes I didn't be. I feel you know say one on crop for say galamsey nyadia within short possible time will be able to stop on, and it will take time. And the other thing I said, so when you say take time, why do you guys manipulate Ghanaians? Why do you guys lie to Ghanaians? Say somehow no, Nana Addo to two papa so. As far as galamsey is concerned, it will bound bit my changing him within seconds. I didn't know what to me. You see, Sabia again, all position free SHS, the free senior high school. While demonizes our system here, as I say, what could be like placement, school placement program be. Yet you say, Mutitum Kragu baby, I've heard your mock can say, I will for crabbit me to school fees, a bin bit me to and Massa, America, the richest nation in the world. Guess what? Almost all Americans from pre-K and also from kindergarten up to high school level are free. I didn't hear my child here middle school. I say middle school, high school. My baby, I know how the system because the computer American school computer and they just say every class will be a classroom, every student per computer. Look at this. And no power qua say school bus name train yaw and I say be a obi oha no a walker and I say walker nature say be a maybe a 10 distance from benefit to school no and went to Benantiti or money for bus but teach no school bus be found and them cook school anopa and the mudu anopa no while pay school breakfast no you go and get breakfast na lunch obia student bia is eligible for lunch free, books free, tuition free, computer free. And at the end of the term, they are computer. No? That's what the brand new computers. We call media center and I say library. That's how they call library for media center. We call high school, middle school, media center. We call computers everywhere. Books, BBR. I didn't know Americans. I didn't know lay more emphasis and how much emphasis on free, some middle school, senior high school system. Why? Because they know, say, you cannot practice viable, sustainable democracy without educated citizens. It is say citizens, any educated, how do they choose? Because BBA papers, more ready names of the candidates near their computer system. More punchy computer system, more click into Ghana, you did some print near there. And you have to read. You look at the computer screen and read and choose more candidates near there. And you need educated citizens. And you cannot practice sustainable, very democracy, where all democracy without say majority of the people are not well educated. And I say 24-hour economy a woman Mahama uti Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee who propagated about your friends say 24-hour economy. You need education, educated citizens, workers, labor force to make this happen, to make this work properly and as efficiently. And yes, I did and to Obia also who 24-hour economy. They say the emphasis is not on education. Free at this point in this century, almost all Western nations, they all have free education. Me sure say China cry the same way. Free education. Why can Ghana do the same thing? Why is Ghana good now? Mochi chefa and a Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee, Unia Ibrahim Muhammad, and a good Mouton and Sassi, maybe a good Takwa area on the other ammonia. Just that's all you care about. So, what Papa Dada Ghana force teachers come on bloggers be almost sorry and almost dinkophobia trouble. You pit one tribe against another tribe. Say there will be some kind of friction and I say division among them. They say you go through that gap, that division, between the warring and I say conflicting factions. There's wiggle room. That is your strategy. By 9 months as 8 months out by Maza, Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee, Unye Foko, Ukrum, Bole Bamboi, Shentoko, Yasio. People are slaughtering, they say, I'm for, maybe they just fleeing to the neighboring countries. I say, Cote d'Ivoire, and Muniadadi. Usukro ya more position. President Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee, Ukroya, also now say MPP, our power, and conflict, one not near the Adenocrano, a costume, a richie high peak, until the Oba, you make sure say, Santo Quanonia, Uba, a graphene, I was Ukrum. Nana Akufo-Addo or MPP or Labour, Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, Bole Bamboi, there was no conflict over there. Uba, and a Ukrum area, Muti, Mukuku, a Kunkumo. And see, what do you say about that? They just said, so can you Ubwa, and some people pray, how can you say one thing and then you mean another thing? Me say, the evidence is right there in our face. You're being in power for 9 months, I say 8 months. What I want to know, what substantive changes have you made that? I just said, and someone I can count, position, kind of near that day, send it in the woman to a and I come say, said you see, galamsey issue, issue, big time issue, said I say you have, say viable solutions to end galamsey with as soon as you took office. You did it about 8 months, I said 9 months ago. And then you accuse your predecessor, Nana Akufo-Addo said, on one person obe endi galamsey. They said Nana Akufo-Addo I just obe endi galamsey as a president of the commander-in-chief of the Ghana military, all the security apparatus, he could have just imposed curfew, and I say if it's a state of emergency. Near endi babia omutu galamsey illegal mining activities in Nana Addo can stop it. Nana Addo don't stop it. Into waba. Until a Ghana for Abama waba. Now months. I didn't know the 1 week I was in Nana Addo. Bet me the 1 week I stop galamsey. Waba now months. I didn't know to me impose you. So the so-called state of emergency was in Nana Akufo-Addo. A bit my annoying. Why can't you do that? You see, that's just a drop. And I make us a Mahama. Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee always speak from both sides of his mouth. When he say A, he means C. That is what Bahama is. Just be a sebi wa uno we are fronti. Any kakra cement nune sika kakra nune ade de bama mo asisi simu dan sisi simonchi monkam awon kranum ni isle gonum ni ade no. That's all matters to you. They say the interest of Ghana no. Sankofo no mudidi di Mahama kia omujiji ni susa na Mahama be isi maza. Mahama waba about 6 years as a saying. Oh, at a mice we 2 years a kind of dear, and was saying, yes, I told about man transfer you to 6 years, and over transfer. Maza Coco, you see, Rinsiono, a better cry yama, the coco na by then. Mahama has been there before. We know Mahama capabilities. The style of leadership, we know it. What has changed? It's the same old. Look at Mahama. Just look at Mahama critically. Just analyze. Just take a good look at Mahama leadership style. And I said, the way I see a manager Ghana, the 6 years back then and now, what's the big difference between the two? The only thing Mahama knows how to do is to lie. He said it. What's the politicians there? What kind of crack a crana than Kuntopo a crowd one? In Mahama's word, in Kuntopo does more chenka and a crowd. That's for sure. Because memoir crown was in Nana Addo Dankwa as a president then, a bit me stop galamsey within 1 week so apart. Nana Addo a committed so best stop wa. And near him say on the Nana Addo anti man stop on to all bad and Tina Ghana for a trauma amwaba. Also mandate, full mandate to do whatever you want to do. I didn't know to declare state of emergency. Now stop galamsey. And in command person did to Ghana for him no. But per se, I just want to give you food for thought. Mom be more transaction who you say, Mama Trau Mahama Emitimu, Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee, and some you can be what can air or mini be, what can be a or mini see. What's your best of program say? I feel so say MPP or power and then talk out cost with him or buy his and talk on Crafina West, Mamprusi Kusasifo, or Mukum Mutisel and Mobi, ɛna ne kurom no ani kurom Bole Bamboi entokwa gonja ho entokwa si o de ama nkofo bebre adwan ti mahama adenti na utwa ntrosa. That's what I want to know. Me see nti koma me see in opposition Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee and his cheerleaders said Nana Addo could have stopped galamsey within 1 week. So how about now? What happened now? Nada Mahama is in power. Bole Bamboi Bruce Lee is in power. What is happening now? Tikoma person the one with our African professor. So I will share with friends and family. I talk to you another time. Have a great day. Bye.